So when we are talking about last class already we started with the root anatomy, and within in single one diagram we already discussed about what is the difference between the dicot and the monocot root. Now we are talking about the next part with respect to anatomy, that is stem anatomy. But in case of this stem we are taking the two separate diagram for dicot as well as the monocot. So first of all we are talking about dicot and immediately we compare those points with monocot. Hmm? Acha, okay Janil. Okay, got it. So we are talking about next part, that is with respect to dicot as well as the monocot stem. So first of all, we start with the dicot. Janil is okay? Janil is okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Done na?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So next part we are talking about stem. So normally we are talking about stem anatomy, means we are taking the very small section, and I hope you remember we already discussed in case of this stem basically enlarged condition is present, right? Enlarged. And what is meaning of the enlarged condition? Enlarged condition, protoxylem present toward the inner side and the metaxylem present toward the outer side. Enlarged condition. So meta they are present toward the outer, and the another one protoxylem. Protoxylem and metaxylem. So metaxylem they present toward the outer side, and toward the inner side meta present toward the outer, and toward the inner side now there is a presence of the protoxylem. So such condition simply it is called as the enlarged condition, which is very much common in stem, dicot stem as well as the monocot stem. Okay. So quickly we are taking the diagrammatic representation for dicot as well as the monocot stem. So please make sure we have to draw two circles in a one line. You have to draw the two circles, and inside that circle we have to represent the TS section for the dicot as well as the TS section for the monocot. So please arrange according to your point of view. Just see how it is look. Okay. So dicot as well as the monocot. So start with, first of all we start with the dicot diagrammatic representation, and whatever I am giving the name, we are taking the very common name. Means commonly we are talking about. So outermost layer, this one, these are called as the epidermis. So this white color, nothing but we are talking about the outermost layer of the stem. That layer simply it is called as the epidermis. First of all, epidermis, right? Now inside the epidermis, now there is a presence of the hypodermis. Below that, below the epidermis, another layer is present. That is called as the hypodermis. So this red color basically it is represent the another layer, that is hypodermis. Hypo that is below. Okay, this one. Now another part we are talking about presence of the trichomes, because you know very well we already discussed one part. Towards the outer side there is a something outgrowth is present. That outgrowth simply is called as the trichome. So on epidermis we are talking about presence of the multicellular structure like this. These are called as the structure of the trichome. So just draw randomly. Okay. So this structure nothing but these are called as the structure of the trichome, and please remember trichome it is present only and only with respect to dicot stem. So only one section you have to represent the structure, that is trichome. Okay. Now trichome present with respect to dicot. Now between two epidermis is present as well as the hypodermis also present. Now we are talking about another part with respect to endodermis. Endodermis layer. So just check how I'm doing, how it is changes is going on. In case of the root, we already discussed there is something a tissue which is a rich with the Casparian strips. I hope you remember, right? In case of the dicot as well as in case of the monocot root section, endodermis is present, and now that endodermis they are rich with the one band. That band simply is called as the Casparian strip. So in this point of view, stain inside the stain, endodermis is present, but such type of the Casparian strips they are totally absent. So just quickly check. We have to draw the layer of the endodermis, but that layer should be in zigzag manner. It should be wavy, like this. Okay, like this layer. So we are taking quickly this one, the blue color layer. These are called as the next layer, that is endodermis. We'll discuss this part when we took the difference between the dicot and the monocot stain. First of all, we have to complete the diagram part. So here we are talking about trichome, then epidermis, then hypodermis, and below now there is a presence of the endodermis. Okay. Now we have to select something, the specific type of the cell that is we are talking about, that is pericycle. So we have to draw pericycle also. So these are the white color, nothing but below the endodermis. Now there is a presence of the pericycle. Where is this notch is present, you have to draw something a sickle shape. वही पे draw करना है. That's it. Just check where I'm drawing such structure. Where is something a sickle shape structure or the notch is present, only those area you have to represent. So now we are talking about one layer, and the another layer we are talking about there is a presence of the connection between these two. Just give a line which is distinguished clearly, okay? So we are taking the two important points. एक second. Screen is skipped. Frozen. Just fill this structure with white color, some pencil shade, give you some shade structure, but it should be look like sickle shape, okay? It should be look like a cap-like structure. चलो. So now we are giving the name for that white color. Basically, we are talking about 2 points. Number one, we are talking about this one, which is a thick one. These are called as the thick pericycle or thick layer. Suppose these are the thick layer. And now we are talking about another one. There is a presence of this line, this one, this white color line. These are called as the thin one. So thin as well as the thick. So please make sure in case of the dicot stem, there is a presence of the pericycle, and such kind of this pericycle, basically they are having combination of thick as well as the thin cell. So combination of the thick as well as the thin cell. So please remember this point. हमने क्या किया? We draw some endodermis which is having the zigzag structure or the vase structure exactly below the endodermis. Now you know very well pericycle is present. But now that pericycle, there are two different types of tissue. Number one, there is a presence of the thick one, and the another one, presence of the thin one. So thick as well as the thin, collectively we can called as these are the pericycle. Got it? Both collectively, because see, in case of the plant, in case of the root, we already discussed there is only single layer of the pericycle which is below present below exactly below the endodermis. But now in this condition we are talking about pericycle is present, but two different types of the cells they get associated. One is thick cell and the another one is thin. Thick and thin collectively they can form pericycle. Then just quickly check. Are you there? Hello? Hello? Okay. Yeah. Next part we are talking about at the center. At the center part, now there is a presence of the pith cell. You know very well. Pith, basically these are the one tissue. Parenchymal tissue, thin living tissue, right? And finally, we are talking about presence of the vascular bundle. So just quickly check. These are the thick cells, right? On the thick cell, now vascular bundle they get arranged like this. Pericycle thick cell, where the pericycle thick cells are present on the above structure. Now there is a presence of the vascular bundle. And we already discussed in case of the stem, now comb joint vascular bundle is present. So at the between this, there is a presence of the cambium. So we are talking about there's a presence of the cambium, which is represented by this blue color. And now we are talking about the two important parts, that is primary xylem and the primary phloem. So quickly we are taking the name. Towards the outer side, यहाँ पे present होगा primary phloem. P stand for the phloem, and exactly below now there is a presence of the primary xylem. And between this xylem and the phloem, now there is a presence of the intrafascicular cambium. There is a presence of the cambium, and name of the cambium, intrafascicular cambium. I hope you remember we already discussed what is meaning of the intrafascicular cambium. So I'm taking the one section outside as it is we are talking. Suppose these are the one vascular bundle. Like this. These are the one vascular bundle. Inside the one vascular bundle, now there is a presence of the at the center presence of the intrafascicular cambium, which is a part of the primary lateral meristem. Intrafascicular cambium. Okay. Now toward the outer side, this one. Toward the outer side, यहाँ पे present होगा. There is a presence of the primary P. P stand for the phloem. And exactly at this region, now there is a presence of the primary xylem, because you know very well we are talking about the dicot stem, and in case of the dicot stem, they consist of the open vascular bundle, and to represent the open vascular bundle we have to draw cambium, but which kind of the cambium? Intrafascicular cambium. Okay, intrafascicular. Got it? Clear this point? So just quickly check what is the condition with respect to dicot. So we'll draw the intrafascicular cambium, and at the center now there is a presence of the cell, that is peak cell. Okay, which is a well developed, quite large. Then so trichomes, outermost side, below that epidermis, then hypodermis, then endodermis. Endodermis without Casparian strips, it having the Weiss structure. Now on the that Weiss structure, pericycle cells are associated. Pericycles, basically these are the two types: thick pericycle as well as the thin pericycle. Thick as well as the thin. Two types of the cells are present, and collectively they are called as the pericycle. Where thick layer of the pericycle they are associated, on that vascular bundle they get associated. There is a presence of the vascular bundle, and we are talking about the dicot stem. So ultimately, in this point of view, open vascular bundle is present. Okay, open vascular bundle is present. So you can write down the name. These are the structure anatomy for dicot stem. Dicot stem. Okay, done this part. Padma, Rishikesh, Vaibhavi, don't worry, at the end of the class I will share. अगर कोई point missing है or you require more time for the diagram, so at the end of the class I'll share the whiteboard link so you can complete your notebook. ठीक है? चलो, okay मलाकर. Now we are talking about very simple structure with respect to monocot stem. Next part we are talking about monocot stem. In case of the monocot stem, a typical arrangement of the what we say, that is cortex cell, endodermis or the pericycle, all they are absent. But यहाँ पे present होगा vascular bundle. So quickly draw very simple structure with respect to monocot stem. चलो. So first of all we draw the structure of bundle shape. That is vascular bundle basically. Next part we are talking about monocot stem. In case of the monocot stem, now we are talking about there is a presence of the vascular bundle, and arrangement देखो किस तरह से. We are talking about the vascular bundle. Small size vascular bundle they present towards the outer side randomly, because vascular bundle it is not present in a specific manner. They are scattered. They spread everywhere, right? So scattered vascular bundle is present. So we are talking about towards the periphery, presence of the small size vascular bundle. Okay. Now toward the inner side, there is a presence of the large size like this. Large size vascular bundle. Inside the small size and the large size, quickly I'm representing only one point, how that xylem and the phloem they get arranged. So you know very well we are talking about the monocot stem. So in case of the monocot, cambium is absent. So inside the cell, whatever the cells are present toward the upper side, this one, this cell they are represent as a primary phloem. they represent as a primary phloem. And exactly below, now there is a presence of the another cell, this one, without, because cambium is absent. So now there is another cells are present. Such cell simply we are talking about, that is primary xylem. Cambium is absent, that's why in case of the monocot stain, there is a presence of the closed vascular bundle. Closed because cambium is absent. So just quickly check. I just represent only one. Please remember, जितने भी vascular bundle है, all the vascular bundle they scattered. There is no any proper position. They scattered all over the structure. And if I'm talking about cambium also absent. Another one, यहाँ पे हमने बस एक सिंगल वस्कुलर बंडल को रिप्रेजेंट किया है, ओनली वन. So but please remember, whatever the small size vascular bundles are there, even large size vascular bundles are there, all they are having such kind of this arrangement, that is half portion it is phloem, half portion is xylem without cambium. Okay, without cambium. And now we are talking about very important scenario. There is a presence of the water cavity. So जहां जहां पे present होगा xylem. Okay, we are talking about where the xylems are present. Exactly below the xylem, now there is a presence of the water cavity. So I'm just representing only one. Suppose यहाँ पे है, here we are talking about, these are the part of the xylem and these are the part of the phloem. Now what happened? Exactly below the xylem, now there is a presence of the water cavity. If you want, you can represent here also. So now what is this? These are the presence of the water cavity. Please remember this point. One question, where the water cavity is present. So please remember, water cavity, these are associated with, एक second channel. First of all, I'll complete this part. Water cavity, they are associated with primary xylem. Where the primary xylem is present, exactly below that primary xylem, water cavity is present. Remember this point, water cavity present. Got it? And what is the function of the water cavity? Obviously storage of water. Okay, storage of water. Got it? Chalo. And now surrounding structure of that vascular bundle, now there is a protective layer, that is bundle sheath layer is present like this. So you can give this something flower like arrangement. So this green color, simply we are talking about, these are the vascular bundle, or simply we are talking about, these are the bundle sheath cells. Bundle sheath. That's it. These are the very simple diagrammatic representation for monocot stain. Can you just check quickly? So if you see the diagram, you can easily understand what is the characteristic features between the dicot and the monocot stain. In case of the monocot stain, scattered vascular bundle is present. Scattered means what? There is no any proper arrangement. वही अगर आपने देखा in case of the dicot, where endodermis is present, and on endodermis pericycle is present, and on pericycle vascular bundle, they are arranged in a proper manner, in a weight shape. Vascular bundle, those are showing the xylem part, phloem part, even cambium also present. Chalo, diagram part is done. Should I continue with the differentiation between dicot and the monocot stain? Should we start? Done? Okay, chalo. So, quite and very simple differentiation between dicot and the monocot stain. So here we are talking about the dicot stain. And this point we compare with monocot stain. Okay, dicot as well as the monocot. So in case of the dicot, simple meaning, first of all, we start with the outermost layer. So हमने देखा था, yes, in this condition trichome is present, but such kind of the trichome, it is totally absent on the outer side of monocot stem. Another one point, single layer epidermis present in case of the dicot, as well as such type of the epidermis, that is single layer, which is also present on monocot stem. ये part हो गया number 1, first part toward the outermost layer. Now we are talking about the second part with respect to cortex. I hope you remember last class also we discussed cortex, they divide into exodermis, now there is a journal cortex, and now the endodermis. But in case of this stain, cortex basically, in case of specifically in case of the dicot, now that cortex they divide into 3 parts. Outermost, that is called as the hypodermis. Hypodermis means what? Below the epidermis. Below. Hypo means below. So below the epidermis, these are called as the hypodermis. And please remember one point, very, very important. In case of the dicot stain, whatever the hypodermis are present, that hypodermis basically they are made up by collenchyma tissue. So they are made up by the collenchyma tissue. So collenchyma tissue से rich होगा. This area it is rich with the collenchyma tissue. Please remember this point. Question. Hypodermis in case of the dicot, it is made up by the collenchyma, and you know very well, due to collenchyma flexibility is provided. Due to collenchyma shiny appearance, it will be get the shiny appearance, because inside the collenchyma pectin is present, means inside the cell wall pectin is present, and due to that pectin or pectate, now that stain it will be get the shiny appearance. So which type of the tissues are present? Collenchyma. But when you compare this point with respect to hypodermis of monocot, so now these are the made up by the dead tissue, that is sclerenchyma. They are made up by the tissue, that is which tissue? Sclerenchyma tissue. Please see the differentiation. Dicot hypodermis made up by the collenchyma, while monocot hypodermis they are made up by sclerenchyma, that is dead one. Got it? Okay. Now next point. After the hypodermis, we are talking about now there is a presence of the general epicortex cell. General cortex tissue is present, but such kind of these common general cortex tissue, they are totally absent in case of monocot. While endodermis is present in case of the dicot, but such kind of the endodermis, it is totally absent with respect to monocot stain. It is totally absent with respect to monocot stain. Okay, so cortex we are talking about, it is made up of the hypodermis. Now another one, that is general cortex, and third one, that is endodermis. Endodermis, it is a characteristic features which is present in root as well as only dicot stain. But please remember one point, neat favorite question from endodermis layer of stain, that is dicot stain. So such endodermis, basically it is not a ring structure. It has a very zigzag like structure, or you other language you can say these are having the wave structure. It has the wavy. Another one important point, endodermis layer in case of the root, basically they consist of the Casparian strips, and that's why they block the water movement. But please remember this point, here we are talking about that endodermis, they are without Casparian strips. So such kind of the strips band, that is called as the Casparian strips, they are totally absent with respect to endodermis of dicot stain. Please remember this point, गड़बड़ करोगे यहाँ पे. Casparian strips, they are associated with the root dicot as well as the monocot. But when we are talking about in case of the endodermis of dicot stain, such type of the Casparian strips, they are totally absent, right? So now we have to allow the function also. So what is the function of? So in this condition, we are talking about the function of endodermis. Because Casparin strips is absent, so it has the different function. And the major function, that is starch storage. That's why it is called as the major function, that is starch storage. Now they are not involved in during the blockage of water. Now they are responsible for storage of the starch. That's why in other language, according to NCERT, these are also called as a starch sheath, that is starchy layer. Question. Okay, so please remember, for the NEET examination there is a no diagrammatic representation. कहीं पे भी question नहीं होगा कि these are the anatomy of what and these are the anatomy for what. But definitely from Dicot stain question will be asked about the endodermis, because something different. Endodermis, it is not a ring form. Now they are having a specific kind of the vein structure. Another one without Casparian strips, right? And the next one, basically the main function storage of the starch. That's why Dicot endodermis also called as starch sheath. Got it? Got it? Any doubt from this point? And while when you compare this point with the monocot stem, so only which cells are present? Only hypodermis layer is present. Out of cortex, journal cortex also they are absent. Even endodermis layer also absent. Done? Done? Okay, chalo. But now we are mentioning one point under the monocot stem. Definitely we are talking about hypodermis layer is present, which is a made up of the dead tissue, that is sclerenchyma. Next one, there is a presence of the general cortex also, those are also absent. Endodermis also absent, but we are talking about commonly there is a presence of the undifferentiated tissues are present. Undifferentiated. Undifferentiated tissues are present, and such type of the tissue, simply it is called as, commonly we are talking about, simply these are called as ground tissue. Okay, commonly these are called as the ground tissue. So if you want to draw a diagrammatic representation for the ground tissue, you can draw here. Whatever the surrounding cells are present, for example here, everywhere where the empty place are there, so all these are the nothing but you can represent, these are the undifferentiated tissue, and such tissue, simply these are called as the ground tissue. Because ground tissue, because when we are talking about the cortex, it is having some specific kind of the structure. When you talking about the hypodermis, वहाँ पे भी structure होगा. When you talk about the endodermis, it is again having this specific type of the structure. But when we are talking about the ground tissue nothing but these are the undifferentiated tissue. मतलब commonly presented, these are the living, these are the thin. But we are not mentioning that point, a specific endodermis or the specific journal cortex with respect to monocot stain. But obviously, hypodermis tissues are present, and the another part, that is ground tissue also present. But journal cortex and the endodermis, they are totally absent with respect to monocot stain. Done? Sure? Okay, chalo. Now, ये हो गया. See, from the top, trichome, now epidermis, then hypodermis. Now we discuss the cortex, under the cortex, hypodermis, general cortex, endodermis. Now we are talking about under the endodermis or below the endodermis. Now there is a presence of the another tissue, that is pericycle. Chalo. The next part we are talking about pericycle. In case of the monocot, pericycle, it is totally absent. Pericycle tissues, they are totally absent. So absent means no need to information. So we have to focus only on Dicot stain. In case of the Dicot stain, basically pericycle is present, but now that pericycle, these are heterogeneous in origin. Heterogeneous means what? Two different types. They are heterogeneous. Why we are talking about the heterogeneous? Because in case of the dicot stem, now two layers of the parenchyma is present. Two different types of the layer. One layer we are talking about, that is thin cells of parenchyma. Another one, there is a thick cells of parenchyma, and the thin and the thick as well as the thin collectively they can form an entire structure of pericycle. Rishikesh, okay, what you want, Baba? Rishikesh, which part? Rishikesh, got it? Okay, chalo. So we are talking about the pericycle. So quickly we are taking the diagram. Can you see? Inside the diagram, with the help of the white color, हमने कुछ तो represent किया. Very endodermis is present, who responsible for the star storage, and below that exactly now there is a presence of the thick as well as the thin, and collectively they are called as the pericycle. So we are talking about, in case of the dicot, pericycle is present, and now that pericycle basically they are heterogeneous. Heterogeneous means what? Thin cell also present as well as there is a presence of the thick cell. दोनों का combination है. But when we are talking about the thin cell basically these are made up by parenchyma tissue. They are made up by parenchyma tissue, while thick cells, they are made up by sclerenchyma tissue. They are made by this sclerenchyma tissue. And the another one point, if I'm talking about this shape, basically it is look like a semi-lunar shape. Semi-lunar shape. And semi-lunar shape also called as the sickle shape. जैसे होता है ना कि सेमी लूनार मीन्स व्हाट, जैसे अपना जैसे मून दिखाई देता है, आधा मून, 1/4 मून, so like that, not entire moon, so it is look like that. So sickle shape basically, that's why it is called as the semi lunar. So again these are the important point with respect to pericycle. Pericycle present in case of the dicot stem, while such kind of the pericycle it is totally absent with respect to monocot stem. Pericycle which is present in dicot, they are heterogeneous in origin. It is consist of the thin as well as the thick one. Thin cell they are rich with the parenchyma tissue, while thick cell they reach with the sclerenchyma tissue. And another one point with respect to their shape, so basically the shape they has semi-lunar shape, and semi-lunar shape also called as the half moon shape or the sickle shape, right? So it is look like that, जिस तरह से दिखाई देगा, like that. That's why it is called as the semi-lunar shape. Done? Chalo, quickly see the part. These are the some information with respect to pericycle. Chalo, should I continue next part? Now we are talking about vascular bundle. Should I continue? हेलो, अरे सो गए क्या यश?
Continue.
हाँ सानवी, हाँ हाँ, okay. चलो, next part we are talking about with respect to vascular bundle. Second last point. So vascular bundle, next part. In case of the vascular bundle, you know very well the major difference with respect to vascular bundle, that is open and the closed. So in case of dicot, now there is a presence of the open vascular bundle, while in case of the monocot, now there is a presence of the closed vascular bundle, because in case of open, cambium is present, and in case of the closed, cambium is absent. So that's why open vascular bundle in case of dicot and the closed vascular bundle in case of monocot. Another point with respect to shape. So basically when we are talking about the vascular bundle, so that vascular bundle basically it has the ring shape. It is present in a ring shape, in a ring manner actually. So it is has the ring pattern. And when you compare this point, that is vascular bundle, in case of the monocot. So in case of the monocot, now there is a presence of the scattered vascular bundle. Scattered means what? They present everywhere. There is no any specific arrangement. So scattered one. So quickly we are taking the diagram part. Just wait, okay? Stop writing. Vascular bundle ring in case of the dicot, while scattered in case of the monocot. So can you see? First of all, we are talking about the dicot. यहाँ पे देखो, यहाँ पे one vascular bundle है, this one, then two, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So now they are arranged in a circular manner. They present in a ring manner, right? So such kind of this arrangement, vascular bundle we are talking about, these are the ring pattern. But when you compare this point with the monocot, each and every vascular bundle they scattered. Small size they present toward the periphery, large size vascular bundle they present at the center. So scattered है, there is no proper arrangement. Okay, Janil, got it. Now it's better. Janil, it's better. Okay. So now this point, that is ring pattern and this scattered pattern. Another point we are talking about, which type of the vascular bundle is present. So I hope you remember हमने देखा था radial vascular bundle, cone joint vascular bundle. So out of that we are talking about there is a presence of, in case of the dicot, cone joint collateral, or sometime bicollateral. I hope you remember collateral means what? Xylem and the phloem present towards this outer side, phloem, now the xylem. And bicollateral means what? Two layers of the cambium, two layers of the phloem, and the xylem they get sandwich. So bicollateral. Both type of the vascular bundle, they are associated with the dicot stain. But when you compare this point with respect to monocot, in case of the monocot, simple, there is a presence of the cone joint and as well as the collateral. So for this you have to prefer the previous notes also, okay? Because already we'll discuss separately what is meaning of the collateral, what is meaning of the cone joint, bicollateral. So we'll discuss everything. Chalo. And the last point with respect to vascular bundle, that is shape. So whenever we are talking about that is shape of that vascular bundle, basically they are having the vague shape. Vague shape nothing but we are talking about like this, like a tooth. So such kind of this shape simply we are talking about present in case of the dicot. And while when you compare this point with monocot, so simple, it is having the oval shape. So vascular bundle, basically they are oval shape. And just we draw small size, large size, both structure we draw like this. Simply we are talking about these are the oval shape. That's it. Any doubt from vascular bundle? Any doubt from vascular bundle? Already we complete one part. Both dicot and the monocot stem, they are showing the enlarged type of the arrangement. Metaxylem present toward the outer side and proto they are present toward the inner side. ठीक है चलो. Next point, that is P. PITH. So obviously, just in diagram also we discuss. P basically they are well developed in case of the dicot stem, while such type of the P it is totally absent. P is totally absent with respect to monocot stem. That's it. These are the difference with respect to dicot as well as the monocot stem. ठीक है. So quickly check. We are taking some neat important point. Two important point, that is U steel and the atacto steel, and the another one, what is the function of water cavity. चलो डन. ऋषिकेश, पद्मा, कांदी, साक्षी, सानिका, चैत्रा, हेरम. Okay, chalo. So next part we are talking about two more concepts. In case, first of all, first point we are talking about in case of the monocot stem. In case of the monocot stem. So just we discussed in case of the monocot stem, now there is a presence of the water cavity. So where this exactly position? So we are talking about below the protoxylem. You know very well, protoxylem nothing but these are the small size xylem. Okay, below the protoxylem, water cavity is present. Water cavity present, and the function of this water cavity, that is storage of water. And please remember, such kind of these water cavity, these are associated with only and only in case of the dicot stem, monocot stem. In case of the dicot stem, there is a no such type of this water cavity is not present. One point, one question. Another point, we are talking about what is meaning of this stele. We'll discuss this part. Okay, stele. Stele basically, when we are talking about this stele, it is consist of one part pericycle, another part vascular bundle, and the third part, that is P. So please remember, in case of the, when you are using the word steel, अगर आप NCERT read कर रहे हो, so again you will get this word. So when you are using the word steel, it means that they consist of the three important part: pericycle, vascular bundle, P. So in case of dicot, in case of the dicot stem, pericycle also present, vascular bundle also present, and as well as the pith also present. So that's why in case of the dicot stem, such kind of this steel, simply it is called as the U steel. And U steel, these are the characteristic features of dicot stem. Why we are using the U steel? Because in case of the steel part, in case of the dicot stem part, there is a presence of the pericycle as well as the vascular bundle also present, as well as the pith cells also present. So that's why such type of this stele, it is commonly called as U stele. Another point, in case of the monocot stem में कुछ तो different होगा, because just we discussed some tissues are absent. So in case of the monocot, now in this condition, basically vascular bundle is scattered है, so only one part is present, that is vascular bundle. Only one part is present, that is vascular bundle is present, but the remaining two cells like pericycle as well as pith, both they are absent. So vascular bundle is present, pericycle and the pith both are absent. That's why such type of this stele, simply it is called as the atactostele. Atacto. And please remember, atactostele, these are the characteristic features of monocot stem, because in case of this stele condition, whenever we are using this stele word, it is consist of Janil, just 1 second. Yeah. So when we are talking about okay, chalo, फिर से start करते हैं. So we are talking about the stele part. Stele means what? It is consist of the three parts. Number 1, pericycle. Number 2, vascular bundle, and the number 3, that is pith. If both the three tissues are present, pericycle present, vascular bundle, that is xylem phloem also present, pith tissue also present, that type of the stele, simply it is called as the U. It is called as the U stele. Okay, U stele. So U stele, it is a characteristic features of the dicot stem. But suppose in case of this stele, only vascular bundle is present, but remaining two, that is pericycle and the pith tissue, they are totally absent. Such kind of this condition simply represented by this word atactostele. And atactostele, they are characteristic features of monocot stem. Got it? U stele means what? Present in dicot. Pericycle, pith, vascular bundle present. Atactostele means what? Only vascular bundle is present. Remaining two tissue, that is pith and the pericycle, totally absent. Got it? Crystal जी clear? Okay बाबा. Diamond की बात कर रहा है लड़का. Yes 1, yes 2, 1. Yeah, चलो. Next point we are talking about. Yeah. So any doubt from the dicot and the monocot stem? Just check quickly entire portion. We already start from the diagram. See, remember what happened? Maximum learn the diagram and use photo memory here. Jitna bhi information hai, try to put inside the diagram. Because otherwise what happened, if you start the different, remember the differentiated part, so that time sometime what happened, dicot mein monocot mein mix ho jata hai. Some part of the monocot, it is get merged with the dicot. So please make sure photo memory use karo and focus on the diagram. Whatever the information is given below, try to explain, try to remember with the help of the diagram. अगर नीचे का मैटर याद रखोगे ना, डेफिनेटली इधर का उधर और उधर का उधर कर दोगे. तो प्लीज यहाँ पे कंफ्यूजन होता है. Dicot and the monocot, जैसे मेरा last class में हुआ था. 2 to 6 polars and the hexarch. So that's why I'm telling you, focus on the diagram. If you remember diagram, so you can remember each and every term. So we'll start from the diagram, dicot, monocot. Now we start from the differentiation part, and now we end with the atactostele and the U stele. U present in dicot because all the three cells tissues are present, and atacto they present in case of the monocot. Got it? Hello? Clear? Okay, chalo. Next part we are talking about leaf anatomy. Very simple. We are not taking diagrammatic representation for this. Simple structure. Eh? We try to differentiate this part. So quickly divide your page into two parts, and now we are taking the difference between dicot as well as the monocot leaf. So always start with the dicot. एक scenario बना लो हाँ. So dicot, I always write down dicot toward the left hand side because whatever the information, it is already print in my brain. So मैं always dicot पहले लिखती हूँ, then I'll compare this point with monocot. So it's your strategy. If you want to write down toward the right hand side mono first, then you can. Because otherwise, when you site it is get decided ना, तो आपको point याद रहते हैं. हाँ, below first point this one, then below that that is the second point, that is the third point. So you can easily link point with dicot to monocot. So first of all, we are talking about leaf position. If you see the dicot leaf basically they are having the horizontal position, horizontal leaf position normally. So how to remember, how to identify the dicot? In case of the dicot, basically position एक तो horizontal होना चाहिए, first one, and the another one, if you see the leaf surface, so one side is dark green and the another side is light green. तो green color होगा, leaf it is present in a green color, but उसमें भी दो shade होंगे. One is a dark shade and the another one is light shade. That is a characteristic feature of the dicot. But in case of the monocot, if you see upper side of the leaf or the lower side of the leaf, you can observe same color. There is no variation with green color. So that's what we are talking about. That is a monocot leaf. Dicot, two different surface of the leaf, one dark green, another one is light green. But in case of the monocot, you never distinguish which one is the upper side and which one is the lower side, because whenever we are talking about arrangement of the monocot leaf, now they are showing vertical arrangement. So leaf position basically they are vertical. Rice lelo, or you can say any maize plant, or you can say any wheat plant. So now they are show grasses also. They are having vertical position. Now another point. Now you know very well such type of this, due to their such kind of this leaf arrangement, now again they directly affect on the light also. So obviously we are talking about due to horizontal position. Now upper side of the leaf they get more light, obviously, because the surface area who expose who face towards this light, so ultimately that area they can obtain the more light, more sunlight, while the lower side of the leaf, lower side of the leaf, now they get less sunlight. Simple meaning, because arrangement these are the horizontal. But now what happened when we are talking about, when you compare this point with monocot leaf, due to vertical arrangement, now the amount of light they are received equally, equal light is get distributed. Equally light distributed, because now position कैसा है, position basically these are the vertical, so it's dependent. So equal amount of the sunlight will obtain in case of the monocot leaf. Another one. Now we are talking about exactly difference between the dicot and the monocot. So first of all, we start with the monocot. In case of the monocot, whatever we are talking about the two side, because you know very well, leaf it has the two side, upper and the lower. But in case of the monocot, two sides of the leaf, basically they are equally green. We never distinguish which one is the upper side and which one is the lower side, because they are equally green. So such kind of this condition, simply it is called as isobilateral leaf. Iso, that is equal. Bilateral means what? Both the side of the leaf, two sides of the leaf, they are same. That's why if two sides of the leaf they obtain the same color, such kind of this condition, simply these are called as isobilateral leaf. Got it? Isobilateral leaf. So that's why if you see the any rice plant, if you see grasses, it's very difficult to observe. अगर अच्छे से उसको observe करो, so you can get means upper and the lower side they are maximum same. But when you compare this point with dicot, so in case of the dicot, basically जो upper side होगी ना, upper side, you can check after the class. Upper side basically these are the dark green, more matlab they having the more dark green, and the lower side basically these are the light green, faint green or light green. So we another terminology. So now what happened? Upper side dark hai, lower side light hai. That's why now the arrangement of the leaf simply it is called as the dorsi, that is dorsal, and the another one that is ventral. So dorsiventral leaf present in case of the dicot. So in case of the monocot, isobilateral, because upper and the lower, both the side of the leaf, they having the equally they are green. But when you compare this point with dicot leaf, upper side they are look dark green in color, and the lower side they are light green or the faint green. So we'll discuss that part later, why such kind of this variation is present. It depend upon the number of the chloroplast. Simple answer. Another one. Now the upper side, we are talking about the alternate name. Upper side basically it is called as whatever the side is present. So that side basically is called as the adaxial side. Upper side these are called as the adaxial, and the lower side simply it is called as the abaxial side. Adaxial and the abaxial. So abba dabba yaad rakho. So AB and AD. Okay, abba dabba, lower side abba and the upper side dabba. So abaxial and the adaxial. यहाँ पे confusion होता है because whatever the questions are coming, those questions are they are related to abaxial and the adaxial side. Upper lower से question नहीं बनेगा. Specifically they mention the word abaxial side and the adaxial. So abaxial means lower, adaxial means upper. Got it? Clear? Okay, chalo. Now next point, shape of this stomata. So quickly tell me in case of the dicot and the monocot leaf. In case of the dicot leaf, what is the shape of stomata? जल्दी से बताओ stomata shape क्या होगा? In case of the dicot as well as the monocot, quickly tell me. Yes, kidney shape or the bean shape in case of kidney or the bean shape in case of dicot, while in case of the monocot, basically these are the dumbbell shape. So in case of the monocot, they are dumbbell shape. Simple. Chalo. Now next part we are talking about which type of the mesophyll cells are present. So we'll discuss that part later in case of the transport chapter also. एक specific type के cells होते हैं that is called as the mesophyll. Okay, mesophyll tissue basically they are green in color and now they are rich with the chloroplast, because if I'm talking about the mesophyll cells, they are responsible for photosynthesis because they reach with chloroplast. So we'll discuss that part later, but here we are talking about with respect to mesophyll. In case of the cell, in case of the monocot tissue or sorry monocot leaf part, now whatever the mesophyll cells are present, they are undifferentiated. Undifferentiated means what? There is no any differentiation. Whatever the mesophyll cells are present, they are equally, they are having the same size. So simply we are talking about undifferentiated mesophyll cells are present, right? And here I'm talking about what is meaning of these mesophyll cells. Mesophyll cells basically they reach with chlorophyll. Normally they reach with the chlorophyll. And another point, these are the one kind of the parenchyma tissue. So mesophyll cells, that is one kind of the parenchyma tissue, as well as now they reach with the chlorophyll. Can you give me the alternate name for the mesophyll? Can you give me some alternate name for the mesophyll? Any tissues, any parenchymal tissue, those are rich with the chlorophyll, called as. हमने देखा था ना types of parenchyma. Remember types of parenchyma. Yes, these are the chlorenchyma. Very good. So mesophyll cells basically specifically they are present inside the leaf. Number one. Now mesophyll cells they are the parenchymous tissue, and the another one they reach with the chlorophyll pigment. That's why on the basis of that you can clearly say that is mesophyll cell, these are such type of these chlorenchymus cell, or these are the chlorenchymus tissue. These are the specific type of the chlorenchymus tissue. Got it? So mesophyll cells leaf में present होंगे, specifically they are present in leaf, rich with the chlorophyll, and obviously they are parenchymus tissue, living है, cell wall basically thin. And in this point of view, undifferentiated. Yash, okay. See, listen, we are talking about the undifferentiated means what? Means whatever the mesophyll cells are present, they are equal in size, they are having same number of the chloroplast, or they are living. So there is a no any small and the large variation, or some dark color, or some less faint color. There is no any variation. Whatever the mesophyll cells are present, all those mesophyll cells basically they are having the same type, size also same, number of the chloroplasts also same. That's why we are talking about undifferentiated. अब mesophyll cells क्या होते हैं? Specifically they are present in leaf. हमने root देखा था, हमने कहीं पे भी inside the root we never mention the mesophyll cells. Just we cover stem part also. Even stem में भी हमने कहीं पे भी नहीं बोला mesophyll cells. Mesophyll cells, these are the specific type of the parenchymus tissue which is rich with the chlorophyll as well as rich with the chloroplast organelle. And you know very well, अगर कोई cell है, those are the parenchymus in nature, rich with the chloroplast. So such kind of the tissue, these are called as the chlorenchyma tissue. Chlorenchyma tissue means what? The parenchyma who rich with chloroplast. Major function, photosynthesis, obviously. Got it? Now clear point? Yash, this point is clear now? Okay? Yeah. So undifferentiated mesophyll cells, they are associated with monocot leaf. Now we are talking about the quite detailed information about the dicot, because in case of the dicot, mesophyll cells are present, but now they are differentiated. Differentiated mesophyll cells are present, and that's why in case of the dicot leaf, we obtain two surface. One surface is dark color, another surface is faint color. So now we are talking about differentiated mesophyll. First point we are talking about, that is upper leaf surface. Just we discuss, in case of the dicot leaf, whatever the upper leaf surface is present, that is a dark green. Just we discuss, right? They are basically dark green. So we are talking about reason why upper layer, these are the dark green. Number one, whatever the upper leaf surface tissues are there, right? This tissue, this surface layer, simply there is a this tissue, these are called as the palisade cells. So whatever the cells are there, that cells basically it is called as the palisade cells, which is present toward the upper side. Palisade cells, number one, these are the long as well as column shape. हम डायग्राम में देखेंगे इसको. Palisade cells, basically these are the one type of the mesophyll. Mesophyll differentiated हो रहा है. Number one we are talking about, which is present on the upper side, that is palisade cell. Palisade cells, basically these are the long one as well as these are the column shape. Another one, basically they are tightly packed cell. They are tightly packed cell. And the next important point, the number of chloroplast quite high. The number of the chloroplast, these are the high. That's why as compared to lower side, upper side, these are the more darker. These are the dark green in color. So they obtain which color? Dark green, because palisade cells are present toward the upper side. They are long column shape. They are tightly packed, and the number of the chloroplast. So obvious hoga, if number of the chloroplast is more, it means that the more dark color, more green dark color, right? So number one, which is associated with the upper side, that is palisade. Second type we are talking about, that is towards the lower leaf surface, and we already discussed the lower leaf surface. Basically it is quite faint. These are the quite light in color, so basically it is has light green color. So we are talking about such kind of the tissue, those are present toward the lower leaf surface. That tissue simply it is called as the spongy. So these are tissue or the cell, these are called as the spongy cell. नाम से पता चल रहा है spongy means what? Obviously they are showing the loosely association. So we are talking about basically these are the oval or spherical shape. First one. Another point, spongy है means they are loosely associated with each other. They are loosely packed. Okay, and the another one, faint color hai, it means that the whatever the chloroplast number are there, so that chloroplast number, they are present in a low amount. That's why whatever the color will get obtained, now they obtain light or faint green color. Okay, so why dicot leaf they obtain the two different color? Due to differentiated mesophyll cells. And what is meaning of the differentiated mesophyll cells? Mesophyll cells, those are the living cells rich with the chloroplast organelle. Now they get divided into two different types of the cell. Number one, there is a palisade cell, and the number second, that is spongy cell. Spongy, नाम से पता चल रहा है, loosely packed. Palisade cells compactly, tightly packed. Palisade cells present toward the upper side. Number of the chloroplasts, they are present in high amount, and that's why they are obtaining the dark green color. But when you compare this point with lower leaf surface, light green color, because spongy cells present, they are loosely arranged, and the number of the chloroplast also, they are light green color. Got it? Chalo, quickly check the point. These are the with respect to mesophyll cells. Done? Yash, Amod, साक्षी, ऋषिकेश, तन्मय अभी लेंगे हम मेंशन का पॉइंट. चैत्रा. Okay, चलो. Next point we are talking about vascular bundle. In case of the dicot as well as in case of the monocot. So next part, vascular bundle. I hope you remember we already discussed this part. In case of the leaf, number one, okay, whatever the leaf are present, in case of the leaf condition, now there is a presence of the closed vascular bundle, because we don't want cambium. If cambium is present, now this provides stiffness. Now they produce, it is having the hardness. So leaf is very delicate part, right? So in both dicot as well as the monocot leaf, closed vascular bundle is present without cambium. Okay, another one point is same to same, actually there is no any change. So in this point we are talking about there is a presence of the cone joint vascular bundle. There is a presence of the cone joint vascular bundle. Similarly here we are talking about there is a presence of the cone joint vascular bundle. So present Simple. Now we are talking about next part with respect to venation. Venation nothing but arrangement of veins. Arrangement of the veins. So in case of the dicot, the arrangement of the veins, basically they are reticulate venation. And in case of the monocot, now there is a presence of the parallel venation. So what is meaning of the reticulate and what is meaning of the parallel? Reticulate venation also called as the network venation. They form a network. Complex network they get formed. Okay, so quickly we are taking the diagrammatic representation. Suppose ये leaf है, simple leaf we are talking. Okay, now there is a presence of the leaf. Now you know very well inside the leaf now the mid veins are present, lateral veins are present, and now inside the veins now the venation which is present they are having like this reticulate, matlab like this. If you see the people leaves now they are showing the reticulate. So such kind of the network is present. Your choice, you can draw like this, so it should be look like a network. There is no any proper arrangement. किसी भी तरह से होगा in a zigzag manner like this. So such kind of this venation they can form a network, and obviously network nothing but network of veins, and such kind of this venation simply it is called as the reticulate venation, which is very much common in case of Padmaha, in case of dicot leaf. That is network form. But when you compare this point with parallel venation, in case of the parallel, suppose ये leaf है, Padma done. I'll give the time, don't worry. First of all, say the difference exactly. So we are talking about, suppose these are the any leaf. Okay. Now from the leaf, now there is a presence of midrib, and whatever the veins are present, all the veins they parallel with each other like this. They are all veins they parallel with each other. इस तरह से होगा. There is no any network. Exactly, they are parallel with each other. So such kind of this network simply it is called as the parallel venation. All the veins they arrange in a specific manner. No network is present. All the veins they are parallel with each other. So such kind of this condition simply it is called as the which venation? That is parallel venation. Simple meaning है network form in case of the dicot. That's what is called as the reticulate venation. Such type of this network or such type of the venation it is totally absent in case of the mono. No network. Very simple straight arrangement of the veins. Such kind of this venation, such kind of the arrangement of the veins, they are called as parallel one. Got it? Got it? चलो done. हेलो सो गए क्या? हेलो Okay, chalo. And the last point, that is difference with respect to dicot and the monocot leaf. There is a presence of bundle sheath extension. Next part, last differentiation part, bundle sheath extension. We'll see this part in diagram. Bundle sheath cell extension. So in case of dicot as well as the monocot, so bundle sheath cell extension is present. In case of the dicot, now such extension, basically it is made up by the parenchymus tissue. These are the parenchymus tissue extension. But when you compare this point with monocot, now they are sclerenchymus tissue extension. Sclerenchymus tissue. So as it is point, you can write down here. Bundle sheath cell extension. So parenchymus tissue and the sclerenchymus tissue. And the another one, now we are talking about only single layer is present. But in case of the monocot, single or more than one layer also present. More than one layer also present. So what is meaning of the bundle sheath cells? What is meaning of the spongy cells? What is meaning of the palisade cells? All this part we'll discuss in next class in diagrammatic representation, because we are taking only one diagram. यहाँ से ज़्यादातर क्वेश्चन नहीं बनते, because whatever the question coming from the leaf, that is a part, that is stomata part. Another question that is with respect to mesophyll cells, differentiation, spongy cells and the palisade cells. So we'll see that part in diagram. Another important question coming from the monocot leaf, that is bulliform cell, and in 2019 there is a one question with respect to bulliform cells. So those part we'll discuss in next class. Okay, and from next we start with the secondary growth. Please don't miss the class from the secondary growth, because it is totally depend upon each other. अगर एक class आपका अगर miss हो रहा है, so you never compare those points with the second class and the third class. So from the next class we start with the secondary growth, means now we discuss detailed information about the lateral meristem, what is meaning of the intrafascicular cambium, interfascicular cambium, vascular cambium, ring cambium, everything in case of dicot. Got it? So any doubt from today's class? Sanvi, any doubt from today's class? Done? Okay, chalo, yeah. Huh?
Ma'am, could you please upload today's notes?
Yeah, obviously I'm uploading daily. आपने नहीं देखा? Oh. I'm uploading it daily, Baba. Yeah, don't worry. Just 2 minutes. Yeah, I'll save it and I'll share. Okay? Yeah, chalo.